every time when you visit the province, there is a lot of excitement with our police officers, our men and women in uniform, because of the massive infrastructure development that your ministry has undertaken through His Excellency the President Dr. Mwakalombe. Obviously, our men and women today, I'm sure, Honorable Minister, you can say that even in the uniforms that they wear, there is a dignity and a sanity that you are able to see. And this in itself is a clear indication that your government and your ministry wants to ensure that you motivate the officers so that they are able to perform their duties very well. We have seen dignified officers working extra hard, and also we have seen that the crime rate in the province has gone down compared to the past 2-3 years ago, because of what you are putting in, that is motivating our officers. I'm aware that houses are dotted out throughout the province, and this, I think, has happened for the first time in our history, that we have seen such a massive infrastructure development to accommodate our men and women in uniform. So seeing you today, sir, is exciting, including to me as a provincial minister. As you know, Copperbelt, sir, is a hub of our economy. It's a pillar of the economy of this nation, and we continue to be that. And I want also to mention to you, sir, that your government has not only done that, you have also done massive infrastructure development in the water sector. We are currently developing Kaflafuta Dam at a cost of $450 million. We are also constructing a Kana water project, which is in Kitwe, that is going to cater for Kitwe, Karurusha and Chambeshi at the cost of 200 million. And in Chingola, we have got a project that is being undertaken under the Mulonga project, which is $159 million. And then we have got also the airport. So basically, this infrastructure that you are developing, we are developing also $1 billion road network on the Copperbelt, the township roads. So this basically infrastructure needs to be secured, and to secure this infrastructure so that it can be able to bring meaningful development and contribution to our economy, we need to secure them. And the only way you can secure them is to have a motivated security force, meaning that our men and uniform under Zambia Police must be motivated. And you have done that. We have seen the transport that, sir, you have distributed to our police force. So I think so far, Zambia Police is not the police that we know of yesterday, where you would find even the shoes which are not up to date. But today you can see that we have given respect to our officers, and in short, our government is acknowledging that they are important in order to keep our development safe. So, sir, you are welcome. Feel at home. I'm going to accompany you to all your programs, sir, whilst you are on the Copperbelt.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister, thank you so much. And first of all, I would like to just acknowledge that having been a recovered patient of this COVID-19 pandemic, I am happy to see you back, in action, and as well as a recovered person. And so this is how much of reality we have to deal with. Minister, I'm very grateful that you have found time to welcome us on the Copperbelt. I know that you equally have got other duties, be it in the constituency and parliamentary work. Our short tour of duty, like you have put it, is a developmental one. In addition to the infrastructure development we spoke about, in our quest to transform the security institutions, there's a lot that we have been doing as directed by His Excellency the President, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. And so, yes, partly we are going to give out some housing units to our officers in towns where we haven't been, like in Frira. We only did something at the border. So we are, apart from Frira, we are also touching Chidawombe, which is the border town. There we have got our officers who remained, in this case the immigration department, who are also very key, as you know, in the management of our entry points. So we are trying not to leave anyone behind. It's a mammoth task because we haven't done so much as in terms of the previous government from the time we attained independence into providing accommodation for our men and women in uniform from the various departments of the ministry. But in addition to that, we have been invited by our technical team who have been working on this very important project we're calling Safe City Project. Minister, this is a project that will help the police their citizens in a modern way using ICT platforms, just like any other developed country. You know, now we have finding smart solutions, and so we have installations we are going to see. I'm sure you saw in the past cameras being mounted in selected areas, public spaces. We are almost now getting to the implementation stage, completion of the implementation stage of that project. So what that will do is to enhance the security of the city. All the public interest infrastructure will now be under surveillance 24/7, so that those who pounce on people's property during the day, I'm sure you've heard of a vehicle being snatched just in the day and it gets out of Ndola, for example, Kitwe, and then people are chasing. But now with that platform, we shall have the police monitoring the activities that happen on the streets of the city of Ndola, streets of Kitwe. So the pickpockets, those who are in the habit of snatching things from the motor vehicles of members of the public, the citizens goes to do some shopping at the shopping mall, and thieves ransack the vehicle. Those are things that are going to be dealt with real time. Monitoring of traffic flow on our roads. Many times you have heard the public complaining about our traffic officers and the way they manage certain matters because of the limitation in terms of tools. It has been a challenge. So we shall have also cameras monitoring important intersections of the roads. RTAs where they happen, sometimes you find people fighting. You are the one who did this, who crossed first before the police could get there. But now they are able to pray back and say, okay, you are the one that was in the wrong, and able to resolve matters quickly, as it were. And I want to share with you that those who are expressing concerns as to think that this project is intended to invade people's privacy. No, not at all. This is about public safety. And so the only people that have got every reason to be worried and concerned are the criminals. Because those are the ones whose space we are shrinking. And I've heard very interesting lamentations, and you know, some of them coming from people that have even traveled. Because when you go into cities that are developed, even here in Africa, you go to South African cities, this is what helps in you know, curbing crime and reducing crime. People watch the cable network TV channels where they're even able to pray back what could have transpired if someone was attacked on the public press. That's what we are trying to do. So, Minister, that's an added dimension. Yes. And when you heard His Excellency pronouncing in Parliament, and many people were doubting when you were saying we are going to embrace Smart Zambia, they really didn't understand. When he was launching that in Parliament, today we are able to see it as Parliament even in the advent of this COVID-19. Why? Because he had planned ahead. Yeah, you heard people saying, in Smart Zambia, are we going to see people sleeping everywhere? No, Smart Zambia is meant to provide smart solutions. So we don't want to leave our security institutions behind. This is an extra high being added to the Zambia Police Service, because they can't be everywhere. You can employ as many as you can, but they can't be at every point. So having such systems will help them monitor and cover a wide range of our cities and be able to react, because we shall have operations that will be informed by what is obtaining on the ground. And the command centers will have people that will be sitting there 24/7 to activate officers on the ground to say, here there's a danger, here there's... And interestingly, the virus that comes with elections will equally be easily monitored. And so that's an addition program that we are going to witness. You'll be with me so that you understand and appreciate what your government and our government is doing. To the Commissioner of Police in the province, and I think just the PJOC, I just want to acknowledge the much work they've been doing in ensuring that this very important province to the nation is kept safe. And obviously, their existence is because we have got wrong towards. So you can't have it perfectly 100% quiet, but the situation is manageable, and that is what is gratifying to us. And so I can only encourage them to keep up with the good work and ensure that they prepare for the events that will be coming ahead of us this year, which are elections. So, Honorable Minister, I'm very grateful to be here on the Copperbelt, and I'm looking forward to a fruitful tour of duty. And having you around certainly makes things and life easier. So we are ready to get to the ground.